All right. What's going on, Illuminators? You bright and shiny ones, benevolent determinators. Boston C here. Can back up where we left off. Science of Miracles. Dr. Sharnael Wolverton Sehon. Get the book. Get it on the inside of you. It'll change your life. We were talking about thoughts, right? Your thought life. Thoughts matter. You gotta control your thought life. Practice. Gets easy after a while. Let's read for a few minutes here. Finish this second chapter. It was more like thoughts matter. Not just paying attention to this big time, but I knew that it meant thoughts matter, as in physics, as in create, as in atoms, ions, and molecules. The more I studied and looked into it, the more I found out that it is true. Guess what? Every single thought matters, as in manifest. And thoughts have frequency. That's a big deal right there. A thought can be as strong as 55 times more powerful than a 50 kilowatt broadcasting station sending a message around the world. Your thoughts go to one end of the universe and back and forth, believe it or not. Conversation for another day. It's all about your thought life. That's really what it is. So if we're thinking about fear, we not only send this fear message around the world, but way closer to home, we send it to our bodies and into our field. Whatever we're thinking starts a chemical cascade of different things that happens inside our bodies. We create and release around 1,500 negative chemicals throughout the body. This affects our physical health, especially if it is fear that we're thinking, or anything fearful in nature. When we think it in our brain, cortisol is released, among other things. This sends the body into what's known as fight or flight mode, which causes any of the following symptoms: weight gain, stress, dehydration of skin, which causes wrinkles, stomach issues, weakened immune system, graying of hair. Hey, easy with the hair. Gotta have a sense of humor. You want to be fat, sick, and old looking? No. Live in fear perception programs. No, not living in fear. No fear here. No fear anywhere, and especially not here above the sun. It's a choice. Not saying it's easy, but you decide. No fear. Just love big. Love big, love big. Practice loving big. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he or she. Proverbs 23:7. So let's think about the good things. When we think about good things, we have an opposing set of positive chemicals release. Again, around 1,500 of them. These positive chemicals all create a symphony of life, love, which in turn boosts immunity and recharges cells. This is what gives you supernatural strength and creates energetic responses as well, attracting the positive. James Allen was quoted saying, "The mind is a master weaver, both of the inner garment of character and the outer garment of circumstance, and that, as they may have hitherto woven in ignorance and pain, they may now weave in enlightenment and happiness." Love that. In other words, we get to choose our thoughts, which create for us our body shifts internally and our biofield externally, which then shifts our life. Choose wisely. You are creating one way or another. Why not create cool stuff? Feelings. We are electric beings, but your heart is the most electrical part of your body. Have you ever just walked in a room and felt tension or like something was off? We feel energy and vibrations in the room through our body. We feel the biofield of others, not just within our heart, but with the water in our body being an average of 75 to 90% water, and our brain at almost 80%. Our water actually feels the waves of the field. Again, go study the book, The Hidden Messages in Water. I love this stuff. 2 more pages. Yep, almost done. We are receivers, feeling the vibes of others and the vibes of the room, even without words. We also send our own vibrations, especially with our heart. Cardionosis, telepathy. Come on, I know what you're thinking. During my undergraduate studies, I did one of my internships in cardiac rehab. Part of my internship was to observe heart surgery a couple of times. I was always so fascinated because the surgeons would talk about the blue currents or light that was within the hearts of the people receiving the operations. At the time, I shelved this information and jokingly called it the blue light special. Years later, it clicked for me. Our hearts are the biggest frequency generators in the body. Are you listening? This good. Our heart has frequency. It has energy. It has a current, this flicker or a flash of blue light. That's the blue light special. Is special. That blue light special is special. That current in your body shoots a message to your brain, and your brain responds, depending on what you're thinking, good or bad. Your brain responds by releasing tons of biophysiological chemicals throughout your body. Check this out. According to Dr. Rollins McCarty at HeartMath, the electrical power of a heart signal, EKG, is up to 100,000 times stronger than the electrical signal of a brain, EEG. The magnetic field of a heart is 5,000 times stronger than that of a brain. We send out more energy through the heart than the brain. The heart is our biggest energy center in our body. Your feelings, your heart are stronger than your brain. Really take that in. Feelings are the real deal. Feelings create. Feelings do the same things to our brains and body regarding the chemicals affecting the cells, and the same regarding the biofield. Again, let's choose wisely to get our highest choice match. We only get what we are. Tesla once said, if your hate could be turned into electricity, it would light up the whole world. Words. God, big love, spoke the world into existence. Source just said, let there be light, and there was light, and still is light. That big love is in you, co-creating with you now with every word you say. A lot of fun. Nothing's impossible. Get into your imagination. Get your imagination sanctified. Stop looking at those things you shouldn't be looking at. All right? It's all right. No shame, no guilt, but just stop doing that thing. If you have never studied the science of cymatics, check it out. And again, I also encourage you to look into the hidden messages in water. Dr. Masaru Emoto, both of these topics will give you great insight. And if you search it up on YouTube, you have a visual. It is so fascinating to me, the science thing. What we say has sound resonance, and this sound resonance not only has frequency, but it also creates. You create your reality, companions, with the words, your lips, and what's in your heart, your desire, imagination. It's all the real deal. I'm going to mention, where'd I go? Okay, but it also, what we say has sound resonance, and this sound resonance not only has frequency, but it also creates. Thoughts matter, feelings matter, and yep, our words matter. I'm going to mention a few Bible verses here, but please know that as I mention these scriptures, I am coming at this from a place of quantum physics, not religion or denomination. I am a spirit being, and I happen to love God. Big love. You may have your version, and that's totally cool with me. That's right. Easy, everybody. Everybody's got a religion. Just go after big love. Call it whatever you want. You're not going to hurt his feelings. Stop calling him Mister. Mister, hey, Mister. All right, I'm a spirit being, and I happen to love God. You may have your version. That's totally cool with me. Your road and path are your own, but seriously, check these out. By your words, you will be justified, and by your words, you shall be condemned. Matthew 12:37. Speak those things that are not as though they were. Romans 4:17. There is death and life in the power of the tongue. He sent out his word and healed them. Psalm 107:20. For whoever would love life and see good days must keep their tongue from evil and their lips from deceitful speech. 1 Peter 3:10. Speak with wisdom and faithful instruction is on her tongue. Proverbs 31:26. Almost done. One more page. Set a guard over my mouth. Keep watch over my lips. Psalm 141:3. The words of the reckless pierce like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. There are just a few of the scriptures that talk about the power of words and language. There is an awesome book called Conscious Language by my dear friend and co-missioner, Robert Tennyson Stevens, that I encourage you to get on the subject that will give you even more insight. Words direct and shape energy. When you use words, you are casting your thoughts into the earth's magnetic force and energy field, which create reality, good and bad. That's right. Intentionality can be malevolent or benevolent. We choose. The combo in union. Words have power. They fill our biofields with substance and matter. When words, thoughts, and feelings work together, there is even more power. The word love is the highest frequency word. That's right, big love. But when the word love is spoken in love, with feelings of love and thoughts of love, this is a whole new equation, literally. Feeling love in your heart puts love in your mind. And when you speak with love and use words of love, that frequency is amplified. Getting good. When we are in union with all three, thoughts, beliefs, words, and feelings, we get miracles instantaneously. Why? Because we only get what we are. That's simple. The biofield is crucial because you radiate and code what you feel. And what you radiate, you collect back magnetically. It's the law of attraction. We have brain waves and heart waves, and then our speech. When these are in union, they are even more pronounced in both electricity and magnetic abilities, giving us a match. Again, we get what we are. You love. Gotta learn to love yourself. Doesn't happen overnight. Boston Steve still can kick his own tail sometimes, but he does it in love. You ever just talk to yourself? Spend some time with yourself. Hello, Boston C, is that you? Who's that? Boston C. Who am I talking to? Boston C. Well, yeah, there's a lot going on in there, folks. Body, soul, and spirit. So good. Don't let you go. Till next time. Stay in the way, stay in the path. We'll keep staying in this book. Try to keep it going here in the next day or so. All right. Everybody have a great day. Make it a great day. It's the only one you get. Love, big love, and keep loving big out there. Boston C, up and away.